As violence continues to be an issue for Americans, the safety of our schools is of top mind for officials protecting students day in and day out. Our Steph Mansion spoke with members of the district to learn about the efforts in place to best prepare for these incidents.
The Gun Violence Archive recorded about 130 mass shootings in the first 3 months of the year. The most recent at a Nashville school, claiming the lives of 3 young students and 3 staff members. With these horrific acts being brought inside school walls more and more frequently, St. Joseph School District leaders have been making improvements to their facilities to make sure that they are prepared if an event occurs in one of their buildings.
For the last several years, we've modified all the front entrances of the buildings where there's 2 checkpoints. There's an original entrance and then there's a secondary entrance, and that always goes through a office or goes through a space where it is safe and it's not open to the rest of the school. A person can't just walk in that door and then just go straight down a hallway or whatever to access students and staff.
Additional improvements to the district include SRO walkthroughs of each building to ensure that if they need to respond to an event inside, they are familiar with the space. District-wide drills are also enforced to make sure students and staff know how to respond, and reunification locations for parents are marked as well.
I just recently attended a training in Jeff City, a 3-day training, and one of the discussions, hour-and-a-half discussion, was about incident command and how to set it up. Basically, like a flow chart. Who does what communication? Who's in charge of what when that happens? Because when it happens, you can't have people asking what's going on and what do I need to do. They need to know this is what you need to do. This is your role.
Jane Frick, a former Missouri Western professor, parent, and member of the St. Joseph School Board, believes schools should not have to prepare for these events. Instead, lawmakers should protect students and teachers. She specifically pointed to statewide events and legislation to keep firearms out of the wrong hands.
By hosting a gun show where they sell weapons of mass destruction, and because they do that, anyone who is there at the gun show can go out into the neighborhood and sell guns and exchange them without any kind of background check or anything.
Nolte said he feels the efforts the district makes do prepare them to respond quickly and effectively if an active shooter situation arose in the district.
I think we have a good plan in place. I think we're as prepared as we need to be, but sometimes you find that those things happen and you have to respond the best way you can, and hopefully our training is preparing people to do that the best way possible.
Steph Mansion, News Press Now.